Hey everyone, it's Steve from McFate's Corner. I hope you are well. I have a thing that I'm going to try and do today. I ordered something from Amazon, but it's not what I thought it was going to be. But if it doesn't work, let's see if we can repurpose it. My hose here, I didn't want to go with the traditional crank reel or something that would leave the hose totally exposed to rot and the elements, etc. Now the box looks pretty small, and when I got it, I realized that this was made for expandable hoses. It says stores up to a 50-foot expandable hose. Well, I have a traditional hose. It's 25 foot, so I'm holding out hope that it still somewhat fits in here and I can use this as a hose holder. If not, it's a hangable basket, and I think I can use it down the basement for my tools. So what do you think? It's a two-piece bucket assembly. It's got the hanger there. That's the dust cover. It has drainage holes in it. Everything needed is in this little package here. The screwdrivers and the screw. Straightforward instructions. I don't even think I'll need them. But will this fit that? For comparison, now it's going to be twice as wide because there's two. This is a two-piece unit. What do you think? Do you think the hose will fit in there? We'll find out. It looks like it has a total of 8 screws and nuts for assembly, and that's pretty much it. The handle looks like it snaps in place, and I think the dust cover just places right over the. So that's all there is to it. Make sure you put the nuts in on the fitted end that would fit a nut, not the circular end for the screw. I did it backwards at first. Well, what do you think? That's the frame. 2 screws on the bottom, and there is the drain holes. Make sure you use the washer nuts in the bottom, and the screws go in on the other side because it's designed with the shape that fits the nut and the screws. It's got the 2 holes where the handle snaps on. You got to work with that dust cover a little bit. It doesn't snap in easily. You got to kind of work it in, bend it in. So let's see. Is that hose going to fit in there? I'm saying maybe with the dust cover off. Well, it made it. The dust cover appears to be a fail, however. I might work with it a little bit more. It's just kind of sitting on there. It's not in there stable. If I worked at it, I could get this all the way in. So I guess not a total bust. I'm gonna go ahead and go with this product for now. And for 26 bucks, I mean, even if it doesn't work out, it'll work out down the basement for something. I didn't like that first try at it, so I gave it a second try and figured out a better way to do it. As you can see here, with space in the middle, so the nozzle would fit down in there. So yeah, this does work for a non-expandable 25-foot hose. Just takes a little doing and a little creativity. The bust on this product is the dust cover. It does not fit in there snugly. I think if you had an expandable hose that didn't take up so much room from front to back, maybe that dust cover would lay on there better. Well, hey everybody, Steve here. A good ending to this story. A couple days have passed. I got a hold of Amazon and they took care of me, and check it out. You remember this. I got the hose to work out in this container, but the lid was off center. There was no way it was going to rest on that lid. No way. But Amazon, they took care of me. As you can see, Amazon sent me a replacement item, and the lid is sitting flush right on the basket there. This is the original item, and there's no way. I fiddled everything that I could, and it didn't fit. Now, there's a reason for this, and Amazon is a fair company. If you spend some time, do it right, if you're informative and polite, they'll take care of you. Now, in most instances, this would make someone very angry, and if you just go in and you look at your options on screen on Amazon, they say return and replace. Well, what they want you to do is send it back via UPS at a pickup point, or take it to a Kohl's, something like that. But if you're a good customer like I've been, and made, you know, hundreds of purchases literally now on Amazon, they'll take a look at that. What you got to do is dig a little bit deeper and go to the chat bot and then tell them your situation. Then they'll try to get you to do what I just described on the return. There's an option to where you can talk to a team member at chat, and it's live. And I've done that a couple times. I have a pretty good track record. I think this is only my third time that I've had an issue with a product, and without hesitancy, when you lay it out to them in honest terms and polite about it, they'll send you another item. If it's legit, in this case, it was clearly defective. And I know this because on the reviews, you can also ask questions and other people can respond that have bought the item. I asked the question if there was a problem with the lid, and I did get a couple of responses saying yes, there was, and then a couple that said no problem. So with this particular item, randomly, I don't know if it was a problem with the mold, but the lid doesn't fit. Now, this is a handy item, but it's no good if the lid doesn't fit. And I was just going to chalk it up to, well, I'll repurpose this and use it in my tool room, the one with the bad lid. But then I got to thinking, I bet they'll just send me another one. So this is what I ended up with. Clearly, the new item sits flush on the basket, and no matter what I did here, I just couldn't get it done. So let's roll up the hose into the new item and see what it looks like. As you can see, you're going to want to thread the hose with the shower head on it through that handle. Alternately, that handle snaps off. It fits very firmly. There's 2 snaps on both sides, and I would rather not unsnap it and snap it back because it holds it on there firmly. Well, it takes a little doing, but as you can see, the lid is sitting on flush now. So what I'm going to do, this is fine, and the more times you roll that hose up into that small space, the easier it gets. But this basket was not designed for a hose like this. It's designed for an expandable hose. Now I'll see how it goes, but I wouldn't mind trying an expandable hose, and I need another hose for the basement. So I might just buy an expandable hose because it's going to be really easy to get that in there. This basket, I'm going to put that downstairs on my in my tool shop. It might end up being a catch-all, or my studio's down there. I might put some of my music stuff in there. I'll find a use for it. So it's always a good thing when things work out. Sometimes it just takes a little effort and a little tact and diplomacy. A good company like Amazon that backs their product, sometimes they put a little pressure on the seller to try and do their part, but most of the time they don't. But in this case, it was immediate. They just sent out another one, no argument. And as long as you're legit about it, because you know there's a lot of scammers out there. Everything worked out here. I have to mention, I didn't say the name of this product because I really can't pronounce it, but here it is. So this is a handy product, and like I said, I might get an expandable hose, or I might just use it as it is. But it's better than the hose just sitting there in the grass getting dry, rotted by the sun. And with the lid being on, it offers some protection from the sun, and it's got the holes in the bottom, so any water that might get through there in a storm, it's going to drain out. So everything worked out. Thanks for joining me on McFate's Corner. Maybe not the most exciting episode, but hey, these things are useful to people. The smallest items that are practical and make life easier, the older you get, that means a lot to you. That's a lot of value in life. So as always, take care of yourself and take care of one another.